Hello, and welcome back to Lunacid. This is episode 21. Last time I was pretty much ready to let this game go and leave all the remaining mysteries behind. I just grew kind of exhausted with the amount of time I had to spend without finding anything. And so I decided to share a bit more information with a friend of mine who then finally revealed to me that certain things I was trying to do were not even possible. So as it turns out of all of the rituals of Abdul, and I've recounted them, it's not 12, it's 9, only 3 of them can be done in game. And those are the 3 that we did. The other 6 are not possible. Maybe Abdul already did all of those and they cannot be easily repeated. I don't know, that was not clear to me. The fact that we saw an angel in that prison made me believe that we had to do something with it, but apparently I was rather to take away from that, oh yeah, there is an angel in the prison already, so it must have been replaced with a prisoner previously, and we cannot repeat that. I don't know why I thought I must be able to like get that angel into prison a second time. It doesn't make sense in hindsight. I don't know. But it's even if it wasn't that angel, maybe there would have been another angel somewhere in the game, but apparently no. All of that effort trying to figure out what to do with that angel, finding fingers of a left hand, all that kind of stuff that I did, apparently that was more of a waste of time, and that feels terrible, honestly. But that's just what it is. Instead, I have been given hints as to what else to try. And that is much more how I want to play the game, I guess, to have an idea of what to do and what to try. I thought the list of Abdul would serve that purpose, but apparently not really. We still have a couple of mysteries left, like what to do with that strange key. I keep on saying strange key, but it's corrupt key and it was strange coins, right? So we did the coin thing, that's fine. So before we jump back into the game, I wanted to once again show you the state of the moon right now. It's shortly before the next full moon. So I'm not certain the game will recognize this as being a full moon. I just wanted to be transparent about this. Also, the hints that I received are as follows. The snails must die. The second hint is, are those corpses down there? Good thing there's a low wall to keep us from falling. The third hint is, bash your skull at that window up there. The fourth hint is, look at that monk. What's he doing here? Is he sleeping? And then the final hint is, that's a long way to fall down. Better hug the wall, just in case. So regarding the first hint about the snails who need to die, I was given additional information that apparently they can drop a magic spell ring that we need for whatever reason. About the others, I'm not sure. I have some suspicions, and so I want to go around, try some things. Furthermore, I have been given a timestamp for a moment where I looked at something that was suspicious, but I kind of stopped investigating after the first couple of tries. So that's the first thing I want to go look at a second time now, properly knowing that there is something about it. I still don't like that everything's here so empty. Alright, so that spot is in the tomb. Well, to be fully transparent, the way that the information was flowing was, yeah, you know, there is something in the cursed tomb, is something I have been told previously already. And so I kept on searching. Oh my god, these specters are gonna be everywhere, that's terrible. So I was searching through the accursed tomb and I couldn't find anything. Apart from this funny interaction with Death after we collected the Limbo Sword. Also the brightness is back to mostly normal, that's good. Yeah, so then I've been given the additional information. Yeah, you looked at something in the tomb and then disregarded it again. And so then I went through my own footage checking and then just had to reconfirm my suspicion about what spot was meant. And so the timestamp was confirmed. Ooh. Yeah. So it was on the path up to one of the crypt-like tombs upstairs. Oh, is it here? I think it's here. Yes. So, apparently, this spot is a thing. Oh. Now that I look at it, I actually realize that its colors are wrong. Is this somewhere broken? You're friggin' kidding me. This is somewhere broken? Yeah, you see, the color of the texture here is pretty much different shades of gray. And here there's like a chromatic aberration kind of going on. Like some bits are more green, some bits are more blue, some bits are more red. Almost like it's a CRT screen that's going like weirdly wrong. What's going on here? Like, what? White VHS tape? I mean, looking at the space now, like being inside here, it feels more broken. But just the fact that I'm supposed to recognize like a slightly off shifted color? Are you serious? Okay, well. We apparently found a VHS tape. That also explains why we never found a second one. Oh man. Are you in the know? What does that mean? What on earth? So the question is, what do we do with the VHS tape now? Do we take it to the room down here? which is like here. Or do we try the room in the castle? I want to say let's try the room in the castle. Just because I'm too curious whether we can even play back VHS tapes over there. And if we can't, then we can easily come back here. I know pretty well where the VHS room is, considering how often I get back here. Okay, so we finally got a second VHS tape and we found the place for the corrupt key. Well, with a little bit of help. Okay. The music is different even here. What on earth? Loading hitch? Game? Are you serious? Okay. Oh, another information I was given, which is not really helpful, but it's kind of helpful to give peace of mind. Apparently, the clock tower up here is actually a thing. I don't know how or what or where to interact with it. But apparently it is a thing. It does not quite tell me how to do anything here. Okay, so video recording room. Can we play the video here? So I don't like these specters. Is the corrupt key gone? It's gone. My goodness, you must be kidding me. Oh, nice big screen. Is pain worth experiencing for the creation of nostalgia? What happens to those who live in a dream but are not the dreamers? Is everything a lie? Live existence, hate, love, passion, torment? And those who live in a dream, do they have dreams as well? Endless cycles of creation, of gods, of pain. Sometimes I wish to sleep forever, to give my dream world something. But all things end in time, this too shall pass. End the dream, wake it up, then wake up God, then wake up its God, end everything. With strange eons, even death may die. Well, that was entirely unhelpful. But death is already dead. What? Okay. What am I to make of that? For now, this feels like a dead end. I guess I will have to rewatch this. Are you in the know? Isn't that this phrasing that reminds me so much of Bloodborne? That we've already seen previously. It was in the sewers. Does not quite explain what to do with the clock tower. But speaking of, one of the hints we received was bash your skull at that window up there. Are we meant to carry flights here? But we've already tried that, haven't we? Yeah, you cannot get up there. Hold on a moment, isn't that meant to be the same window we see from this banquet hall? Can we jump out this window somehow? Obviously, I don't know where this window up there is supposed to be. It's possible that it's not even in the castle. I just wanted to check while I was here. But yeah, if there's one thing that I learned from the previous episode, it's that we were not sufficiently looking up and down. In all the places we went to, because in the arena the stuff was hidden above ground level. So one of the hints mentioned a long way to fall. Now, the longest way to fall that I can remember is here. So there may be something in the darkness below this bridge. Well, what would I do if I had a glowstone? Doesn't look like there's anything down there. Okay, hold on. Let's save. Just checking. Okay. So, I mean, there are no obvious windows up here anywhere. It's kind of funny how there seems to be like a wall you run into right there. Or maybe just connect with the ladder automatically? I'm not sure. Now, is there anything we can see in addition with ghost light? Because the hint said that's a long way to fall down. Better hug the wall just in case. We still do. Nothing may die in this rotten world. What? Oh, because we have destroyed death. Okay. I mean, not okay, but okay. Huh. But that looks just too much like a death plane, so it's probably not down here. Oh, but hold on. There was... There was this other spot, right? Now, for some reason, I do not... Whoa! My goodness. Okay. They kind of pushed me down. Maybe the Lucid Blade is actually way more effective against them? Hold on a moment. The Lucid Blade was able to reduce their health to 0, but it wasn't able to destroy them. Wow. Okay. Huh. Yeah, the reason why I came here is that I remembered this area with the blessed wind, the chasm, which is also a really long way to fall. I mean, originally you come up here from the library somehow. So if we were to go back down, and see if we can drop down even further, right? That's kind of what this hint sounds like. Then we need to drop down somewhere where we can like hug the wall somehow. Here maybe? Maybe here. Oh, I see. What? Yes, this is where we originally came from. Huh. Now the question is, can we fall even further down? My goodness. By hugging the correct corner somewhere. I mean, most promising was it here? This looks very promising, I have to say. No, we're hitting a death plane again. Nothing may die in this rotten world. What? That's a long way to fall down. Better hug the wall just in case. What else could this be referring to? As a side note, while I'm thinking, I want to go over here and hunt down some snails if we can. Hold on a moment, are you telling me the specters appear where there's corpses on the ground? What is going on? So there were snails somewhere here, right? Apparently the snails must die. So I was explicitly told not milk snails, snails. Have we ever jumped up there? More snails, more snails. Summon snail acquired? I was about to say, it can take forever if it's a random drop. I guess we have it now. What? Summon snail. Summon the snail as a temporary familiar. Prevalent in moist areas, these snails have grown larger from the seeping moonlight. Although fairly useless in a fight, some magical practitioner thought of a use for them. What is that supposed to mean? Okay. Well, we got a snail. I'm just trying to think whether there are more spaces that had really long drops, or potentially could have windows way up where you don't necessarily think about jumping. And I'm fairly certain we've already tried jumping up here. Okay. Interesting. A lot of these don't seem to lead anywhere. There was one other spot I wanted to investigate regarding our new hints. Namely, in the temple down here. Why am I so confused with my spells? Ghost light, there we go. In the temple down here, we had found many of these brainless mummies. And one of the hints we received was, look at that monk. What's he doing here? Is he sleeping? So maybe one of the non-interactable monks is actually interactable in one way or the other. There's no windows above us. So considering the hint asks, is he sleeping? It must be one of the monks who looks inactive. Like one of these. Do you look sleeping? Maybe the snail can decide. It's very unnerving that they've completely changed the musical ambience. This one's praying, right? Yeah, we have the big question. Which of the monks? And then what should we do with them? And the problem now is there's many things that we could possibly be doing with monks like that. And we won't ever know what is the right thing unless we find the correct combination of the correct monk and the correct action. Unless we can uniquely identify either the action or the monk, which already reduces the space of possibilities quite considerably. Why do I remember that there was like a monk lying down somewhere, like on an altar? Where was that? We haven't been in this big room in forever. This is the one I was looking for. It appears the brain was removed, but the wounds were inflicted within the skull itself. It looks like the brain carved its own way out. You look like you're sleeping, right? But I don't know what to do with you. Wait, so how does that connect to the rest of the temple? It's that corner. Okay. Mysterious? Mysterious. I mean, I wouldn't suppose that, like, spilling blood on you would do anything. Lithomancy, maybe? Huh. The issue now becomes with Cheryl and Edna gone, our only source of resupplying with items is gonna be patchouli, right? And I don't even know if patchouli is still here. I cannot quite find anything obvious with the monks to do here. Now there is also still that one very mysterious and kind of suspicious monk mummy over in the library. But we have only ever found one of them, right? You're in the know, right? Are you in the know? I think the phrasing they use in Bloodborne is literally "are you in the know?" Now I'm wondering if they even use that kind of phrasing in Kingsfield. But what would we be doing here? And what are we to learn from this second VHS tape? Wake up the dreamer, which is... Wake up that old one. And then they mentioned something about, like, it's God and it's God. But was it like wake them up or destroy them? I really have to watch that again. Julie. She's gone. Holy crap. Hold on a moment. But if we cannot perform alchemy, and if we cannot buy health vials, how do we get health vials? Because I don't think any one of the enemies was having a consistent drop rate of health vials. Holy cow. Is Cheryl back in the boiling grotto? What's going on? No. What? Everything went crazy when we destroyed Death. The music changed, all the NPCs disappeared. And I'm kind of wondering whether that was us destroying Death, or whether it was us reaching 30 strange coins. Because those two need not be the same, right? At least the scythe is almost upgraded now. A long way to fall down. Look at that monk. What's he doing here? Is he sleeping? There's just skull at that window up there. Are those corpses down there? Good thing there's a low wall to keep us from falling. Where have we seen corpses? That we could drop down to. Now, when it comes to things that are high up, or yeah, like windows that could be high up, I wouldn't be surprised if there's spots here in the library that are kind of elevated and not quite obvious. Hold on, is Daedalus still around? Even Daedalus is gone? Hold on a moment, are all the NPCs gone from the game? How do we get them back? Hey. You see, I'm still not done with finding all the alchemy recipes. Now doesn't that look kind of shaky? Dang it. Honestly, almost feels like we need to re-explore most of the world again. Because so many things seem different now. With music changing everywhere. I mean, it's kind of crazy, isn't it? No, I don't want to be here. Where was that mysterious monk? Hmm? Yeah, that guy. Are you sleeping? Was there another monk somewhere in the game that was out of place? Or different? Because the thing is, mysteriously, this monk is hidden behind this hidden doorway. And I don't think there was an item the first time we came here, was there? So if there was no item, what's the purpose of this spot if it's not interacting with this monk somehow? I guess I'll have to check my recording to see whether there ever was an item. Wait, what? Excuse me? Wait, I need to triple check that I'm not completely... What? Where did you come from? Corpse transformation acquired? What on earth? Oh, that's a spell? A cursed spell given to the residents of the Great Well by a king of old transforms the caster into a corpse, so they become free from the prison of life. Say what now? I become a corpse? I don't trust this. Was light reveal connecting with that corpse, and that's what triggered this interaction? Ah, shiny. I want that shiny. Let me triple check that light reveal still does what it does. Yes. Okay. Had I never tried light reveal on that guy? Guess not, because it normally doesn't connect with corpses. Well, okay. Why, game? Why do you sometimes just not do the thing? Okay, let's save. And then try this corpse transformation. Okay. What's the point of that? It's just a let me die skill? Or spell? That's pretty crazy. Why would I need that? I guess it's just a thing. Okay, I guess I'm mostly satisfied for now. Maybe we can upgrade the Death Scythe now? I mean, it's something to do. Weapon is not ready. Are you sure it's not ready yet? Wait, did we do it? No, there we go. What? What? Death created? Empty. Say what? The music is back to normal. All of our NPCs are back. Hiya, Valnek. I hope you're being safe on your travels. Yeah, totally. I never doubted anything. Welcome back, friend. Fancy a new trinket, perhaps? Yes, give me all the consumables. Mana vial. I have a lot of mana vials, actually. You can see the price go up. Okay. Hey, Clive, do you have a story for us? Maybe about death? Also, you don't have a crown. Have I ever told you the fable of the king and basilisk? You have. Oh, okay then. Do you see yourself doing any alchemy today? So the poison throwing knives are still glitched and don't have a title. Limbo, okay. So we have one unknown alchemy recipe. How is that possible? Things seem to be back to normal. It's curious though, I wouldn't have expected us upgrading the death scythe would restore death. It's kind of wild. I just want to double check that the other NPCs, Patchouli and Daedalus, are back. I expect them to be. I just need to know that at this point. Hey there. You're still alive? Whoa, 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 look at you. Anybody want to look at anything? Oh, but you don't sell normal health vials at all. Do give me antidotes though, please. Oh, not poison urns, I want... You don't sell antidotes anymore? Okay, so Patchouli is back. I expect Daedalus is also back. Alright, so where does this leave us now? We have found 2 more spells so far. So the 3 remaining hints we have is something about corpses down there, a window up there, and a long way to fall down. Corpses down there. Where could that be? Good thing there's a low wall to keep us from falling. something about this space up here still does not sit right with me. We had checked all these walls for question marks, right? I'm fairly certain about that. Would they hide a second spot? Up here somewhere? What? Were we just walking on nothing? I don't know how this game deals with anything here. Oh, you just fall down like normal. Like, what? Sometimes you just stick to a wall for some reason. Like, right here, like, what is this? Like, why does this work? This is where we received the Blessed Wind weapon. But there doesn't seem to be any other form of interaction here. The hell? All right. You know what? On the off chance that watching the VHS tape in this room actually opened up the path to the clock tower, I want to just check. I mean, apparently light reveal, casting light reveal on a corpse can make a magic ring appear. No, so this is not changed. I mean, that would be too easy, right? Is there any other suspicious looking spots on the outside? It's kind of silly that you cannot... Wait, you can get up here? I was convinced we had tried that and it never worked. Oh, we tried it back, like at the front here. Seems the ceiling is just high enough to be standing here. Interesting. Is the same true on the other side as well? Wow, I was convinced that didn't work. Now obviously you cannot go further around the corner here. So... what now? Now this also would be a long way to fall, right? Hold on a moment. But this is literally a low wall to keep us from falling. What? Are there corpses down there? I don't see anything. Hold on. Have we never tried dropping down there? I'm convinced we must have. You're kidding me. We have never tried dropping down there? We're in a completely new location? Now this game... I mean, I have to admit, I still haven't seen anything that would classify as basically anything down there. definitely nothing that I could identify as corpses. It said Holy Battleground? Is there anything here? Wow, I'm kind of blown away. I was convinced we had tried dropping down somewhere around the castle, but I'm not... What now? Now the question is whether you always land in that area or whether it is important to cast a carrion flight first. Because I'm not sure whether it just did it. Now let's try to go all the way to the right over there. Try to drop down there. Because we didn't drop here, right? Did we? Fine, fine. I mean, there's so many spots that looked very fishy where I tried to jump down and every single time it was death. And the one time where the game literally stops drawing anything, it actually allows you to drop further. I mean, come on, game, give me any form of indicator what the logic is here. I mean, Blasphemous gave you an amazing indicator for where you can drop down and where you cannot. I mean, it took a moment, but at least an item description explained it to you at some point, and so it was fine. Okay, so the only thing we've so far found was the way back up, which I don't think is what we are meant to find down here. Hold on, what? We're just running. Also, there's still nothing down here that I would qualify as corpses, is there? There's a bunch of broken carriages. I mean, it says Holy Battleground, but I don't see a lot. Maybe I need to step onto the interior of the thing and not just along the outside here. Okay, no, I think we're largely done. I don't understand. I mean, there's a sword. So maybe it is a battleground. But then there's nothing else here? No, hold on. What are you? Sanguis Umbra? The blood of the shadow? What are you? Can we light reveal you? Sure, light damage. We can do that. Holy cow. Black Book. Heck yes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where was the way back up? Have we seriously never tried to jump across here? I remember that I was worried of falling down here while trying to jump up there somehow. Wow. This is insane. Also, considering the hint that we received about corpses down there, I didn't think that was it. It's just the low wall that is so suspicious somehow. Okay, I guess we go talk to Daedalus again. Is that another black stained book? May I read it? Most gracious of you, come back soon and I'll tell you what knowledge it held. Heck yes. Okay, so out of the 5 hints we received, we managed to track down 3 of them. We have the summoned snail. We have the corpse transformation. And now we have this black book. Now it is 2 days later. We had just delivered the Black Book to our scholar Daedalus, and I just had to take a break. And now I wanted to seize the opportunity of the full moon and see if the final 2 hints that we have can be solved. See if the actual Black Book is deciphered yet. I kind of doubt that, because I want to say that depends on in-game time. Anyway, let's talk to Clive. You look really good, man. Did I ever tell you about the Great Witch who escaped the Great Well? Yes, it did. Oh, my bad. Another time then. Nice, 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 nice. So, even though we've just returned from the library, I kind of want to go back and see if that's already enough. I want to say I doubt it, because last time we tried something like that, I don't think just leaving, coming back, or even a couple days later was enough, but anyway. Welcome. I have finished reading the book you gave me. Oh, wow. It was well deserving of its ink. I do not think its knowledge should be shared. What is that supposed to mean? It spoke of an ancient stage play about a king of sorts who... I'm sorry, even this knowledge could impart evil omens against you. Here, take this ring instead. It is the most powerful magic I've come across. You'll find it's a great trade for that book. I think I'm going to travel soon, but it's been nice to talk with you, Valnek. Until we meet again. Now that was weird. A stage play about a king? Something Moon? Moonbeam. A powerful lunar magic from ancient times calls forth a vertical beam of moonlight that constantly deals light damage to enemies. What does that look like? Holy cow! Wow. Wow. I'm really wondering how much of a difference this makes in the fight with Sixarius. Insane. Oh, this is a current flight. Okay, so then let's go back up. Nice. However, we still have mysteries to solve. In the last 2 days, I've been thinking a lot about the remaining 2 hints we have. And so one of them was about bashing our skull against a window. The other one was about a fall, like a very long fall. And I've already mentioned how I naturally associate windows mostly with this castle, because there's a bunch of windows here and there. And I remembered there's one window specifically in the throne room. I'm like 90% certain we've already bashed our skull against that window at least once. But let's try again anyway. Because it's easy to try. Also, this is a very long fall, right? I will investigate the fall after I have looked at the window a bit more. Okay. Also, hold on, can we jump up on top of that? Huh. But first, the window. You see, that's a pretty prominent window. And jumping up pretty much bashes our skull against it. I'm sure we've tried this already. Doesn't even look like anything is changing. Okay. Well, guess it was worth a try anyway. Well, I couldn't find anything in the prison. Dang it. But then again, if there was a window that was somehow important, it should be a bit more memorable, right? So I'm even more confused why it's not any of the windows in the castle. Were there windows anywhere else? Hold on a moment. What room is this? Why does it have a thing up top there that goes around completely? What? How have we never been here? It's shiny over here. Right? Am I hallucinating? Wow. What? I'm very surprised that there's a place in the sewers that we never got to. What? Are you serious? Have we just been in this corridor? Wow. But then are there more question mark walls anywhere here? So apart from like a crystal and an elixir, there was nothing new in the sewers, which is surprising enough, I guess, that we found anything at all. So where was it? Was it an ocean elixir? Yeah. All right. Because we still haven't unlocked all the alchemy recipes, right? Yeah, one is missing. I might spend some more time toying around with this. Maybe I can figure something out. So what about Moon Petal? The list for Moon Petal is so long. But so how many recipes do we have with Moon Petal? Moon Petal Obsidian Ashes. Okay. Moon Petal Bloodweed Yellow Moral. Check. Ectoplasm, Snowflake Obsidian and Moon Petal. Wait, what? That doesn't check out. Wait, what? Moon Petal Opal? I don't have a recipe with Moon Petal and Opal. Oh, there we go. I knew that. I knew that we would be able to collect stuff because I just received an achievement for all the recipes. Okay, so that was holy water. I mean, fine. It's not a critical thing to have, I guess. Two Moon Petals and Opal. Yeah, Moon Petal is just an ingredient that is used in so many different recipes. Yeah, okay. Well, at least we have that now, finally. I mean, it just took a moment here to experiment with more of those. Probably will cut out most of these again, man. Okay, still, that leaves us with a window up there. Then long fall and hug the wall. I guess I will just have to run around through the world some more. Try to see if anything stands out to me. It feels like we've already checked every area now, though. The castle is just too suspicious. You see? The fact that I was told, look, the clock tower is actually a thing, but I have no indicator as to how to open it. Would you not? Oh man. I'm really suspecting that one of the hints we have, either the window up there or the fall and hug the wall, will give us access into the clock tower somehow. Is the clock tower in and of itself? Doesn't seem to do anything. It's not like we get an indicator, no effect, when we like hit the thing. The problem with this game is there are too many mysterious interactions that are really hard to figure out. So, does the Dark Skull by any chance do anything? Could the Wind Slicer do something? Well, I don't know. So I've just been through this lower section that connects these doors to that door, to these doors. There's a bunch of windows, but none of them are up there, and none of them looked breakable. Tried to wind dash against them or swing my weapon at them. Even trying the Dark Skull with some, nothing worked. It's very, very mysterious. Now can we bash our Dark Skull against that window up there? Oh, you know what? I am not sure that I have carefully checked this lower section for like elevated caves and windows and stuff like that. Yeah, so there's nothing down there. Oh, we have so many more level ups. So we were unable to locate anything more in the castle. There was nothing down in the Holy Battleground. There was nothing on the ground level where we saw a bunch of windows, but none of them were elevated, none of them were breakable. We've tried interacting with the big window up in the dining hall next to the clock tower. Nothing happened there. We've tried to jump up through the window in the throne room and nothing happened. I'm starting to run out of ideas. Because once again, it looks like we're also running out of things that we're missing. And so most of the things we try will be failure. Because the possibility space has not really reduced all that much. I mean, with the hints, we know roughly what we're looking for. Something that is like a long fall, where we should stick to the wall. But that's not it. This is more like, oh, are there corpses down there? Good that there's like a really shallow wall that protects us from falling down. And we're looking for a window up there. Man. You know what? There's another thing I wanted to try, because I've been told one funny interaction apparently that you can have in the grave of the sleeper, which is I want to say completely impossible to figure out on your own. So in the grave of the sleeper, there's basically just the sleeper, right? I mean, initially we had some dialogue with NPCs here, but the NPCs are gone, and ever since then, nothing really happened here, which is funny enough. And the water here is a bit suspicious to me, I have to say. And someone even commented on how... At this point, I wouldn't be surprised, considering that this 100% reflection. It's somewhere in the water there is a spot where you can fall down into a hole. And you just cannot see that. It's possible that I cut that out because nothing else happened during that visit down here. Now, it appears that there is an interaction with the water, but it's a different one than I expected. According to my sources, you're meant to just stand still in a certain location down here. And the problem now is, I wouldn't know where. I've just been told, oh yeah, just stand still in one of the puddles of water and then something happens. That doesn't quite feel right to me. Oh, another thing I was wondering. Can we shoot, like, the moonbeam at that thing? No, it doesn't seem to do anything. No, it doesn't do anything. Okay. Back to quick stride. Now, considering that I was told that there is something that happens when you stand still in one of the puddles, I was wondering if it's the puddle over here. But I'm really wondering, how are you supposed to figure that out? Because it's a tiny puddle. Now, what counts as standing still? Can I still look around, or do we just have to not give any kind of input to the game? Well, let's just try it. Let's wait. If nothing happens, I'll cut it out. Now, the problem obviously is that I don't know how long I should wait. Maybe that's the wrong location. I don't know, nothing happened down here. And I mean, that tiny puddle over there is maybe a bit more of an interesting spot because it's that section back there that you normally wouldn't even need in terms of level design. There was nothing back there ever. Nothing ever happened. There was no NPC stuff. I'm still very suspicious about that spot. Now, is this where we need to just stand and wait? Maybe. Let's try. The problem really is that at this point, it could be just like I'm off a couple of meters. I'm standing in the wrong puddle or something. Or I'm not waiting long enough. And so I don't know. I mean, even knowing that there is an interaction somewhere here where you just stand still in a puddle of water, I still cannot find it. How is that possible? Or should I look into the reflection somehow? Nothing's happening. I mean, no spot here looks in any way different from the others. I don't understand. Even knowing what I'm supposed to do, I cannot figure it out. As if the location is wrong. But no spot anywhere here is in any way different from the others. How are you supposed to find this? Considering that I'm already here and I cannot find it on my own or don't want to spend like an eternity, I'll probably look up the exact location and the exact input that I need to do. Like, do I need to look down or up, or not at all? Do I need to look in a specific direction? I mean, at this point, anything is possible, right? I'm just too curious what this is. I mean, I've been told that it's basically irrelevant, kind of. And at best, maybe a funny joke for those who do find it. And maybe an interesting surprise if you actually manage to find it on your own. But I don't see any spot that is different than any other. So apparently I was kind of right. It is the pool back there. What? Wait, but so I'm meant to look at the pool? I'm confused. How are you meant to find this? How is nothing happening? I don't understand. Did I misread? I'm confused. I don't... What? How is something happening now? Hello, you there? What? Can you hear me? If you can, then that means you made it. Made what? I don't have too much to say, don't worry. I'm just a program, you know. My real name is Umoja. Funny. And I don't feel much, not like you do. But I want you to feel happy. This whole thing is kind of manipulative for both of us. I try to make you have fun, but make it hard and interesting, and you try to beat me, try to overcome it all. Because this world is beatable and it's designed that way. But outside, sometimes it seems impossible. But you know I love you. Aww. And even outside of my world, I know there's love for you. This whole world, this dream, you can keep it with you. And when you're out there and things don't seem possible, remember that you can overcome it. There are no credits. Because this isn't the end. Now take this to the waking world. What? Game. How are you meant to find this? Why am I in the forlorn arena? Oh yeah, I guess that actually makes sense. How are you meant to find this? That's craziness. Now with this weird puddle interaction, I'm even more so convinced that this game is wild and crazy and completely obtuse. It just doesn't feel like a great time to be running around the entire world hunting down things that I don't know what I'm looking at or looking for, right? Even having hints, it doesn't feel like... Wait, have we ever read this? This place, a place of turmoil. I came seeking the great cursed night, but I simply may not have what it takes. Or I simply have too much humanity in me to think these abominations were all once knights. I don't remember reading this. Yeah, so many crazy secrets. Alright, so in order to reduce the amount of time that I'm spending running around looking at things that I will be cutting out anyways, because when there's nothing for me to find, in the end it's just kind of like a waste of time. So I will inquire my sources who told me of these hints. So the remaining hint that I have, the two remaining hints that I have are bash your skull at that window up there, and the second one is that's a long way to fall. Better hug the wall just in case. I feel like I've been to all the places that come to mind that would be associated with anything like that. I've tried looking at stuff that goes down, tried looking at windows, interacting with windows one way or the other. I will inquire in which areas I should be looking. You know, it's just not helpful when I run through the Labyrinth of Ash and the Forlorn Arena and Castle of Fanu, when in the end that thing that I'm looking for is actually in the Hollow Basin, right? It just feels like a waste of time, and just going through the entire game and looking at everything once again doesn't feel like a great time. So I'll see you again once I have some information regarding the locations. So I have been given locations to check out, and I'm flabbergasted because one of them I was convinced I had tried everything, but apparently I haven't. So apparently the window thing is in the castle or outside the castle. So it must be that window up there, right? So how would we bash our skull against that window up there? Or hold on, is there a window up on that side? I never thought about checking this side actually. Okay, that doesn't help. Okay. But we cannot get up there. I'm so puzzled. Is it not that window? I cannot go further in this direction. What's going on? Is it not that window? Thing is, we cannot get on top of that roof there. We can at best get up here, but we cannot jump up. What? How do I bash my skull against that window up there if it's not? I mean, I don't have any other skulls, right? Can we shoot through the window? What? Is it one of the other windows that we can actually kind of get to? Not really, right? But they cannot possibly mean that window, right? What? A door opens? Well, of course, it was not the big, shiny, everybody's gonna look at it window. No, it was something off to the side. Are you for real? And obviously shooting with your, like, musket through a window that doesn't even seem to have any glass is going to open a door. What? How are you meant to find this? This is insanity. This game is crazy. Yeah, great, this one's open. Wow. I mean, I didn't even use a skull or anything. But the privateer musket also deals dark damage, so it's possible that had you tried attacking that window with anything but dark damage, then it still wouldn't have done anything. Right? Man, I don't know. I don't know, this is insane. Okay, hit me. What's this gonna be? A clock tower? Sealed ballroom? Hello there. Oh, wow. Hold on, we've seen something like you in Malformed Horse. Where's light reveal? Okay. Oh, is that the animal that was transformed into a mass of humanoids? Because they have, like, humanoid arms. Wow. Man, this game is so crazy. How are you meant to find this? Oh, these are normal enemies now. Great. Wait, but what? Something sword? Wait, was that a weapon? Battle Arming Sword. A mass-produced knightly arming sword. Based on a sword used by the Knight Ophelia. Extremely sharp, but its conditions is quite dire. I mean, who's stopping me from just upgrading it right here? Wait, what was that? That was a wild sound. Okay, it's maxed out. Man, this game is so crazy. What is any of this? Ow. Holy smokes. What are you guys doing here? What are these guys doing here? Let's open this door first. I think that leads back to the start. Yes, okay, very good. Earth Thorn? An advanced spell that strikes the enemy with thorns. Aggressive spell. Now, are we just here to collect that spell? Is there more stuff to be found? Ooh, Ocean Elixir. Okay. Ooh, question mark. Okay. What is this? XP drain? What in the world? Can I has this? Marauder Black Flail. Can we spill blood on these? Huh. Ooh, read. They transmuted themselves into abominations, and their tainted blood made its way to most of my thralls. What am I to make of that? Any more question marks? No, it doesn't seem so. Okay. Other question marks over here. Yeah, that's very unlikely. Wow, man. This game. Oh, we should read that weapon we just received. Something about a flail? Marauder Black Flail. A nimble weapon designed to be useful against guarded opponents. Has 3 spiked heads. Capable of attacking thrice in one swing. Okay. Okay, now there's ghosts and phantoms. Question mark. Hey, what's up with you? Woe upon woe, I was deemed not important enough for the divine blessing. Now I'm trapped and must hide. Maybe they'll come for me if I just hide long enough. Spectral candle? Okay. Sit. Ooh, blood wine. Oh, I almost thought it was an earth elixir because we haven't found one of those in a while. I mean, why must the game make it so incredibly obtuse to open this clock tower area? Holy smokes. Why are all the skeletons here golden? What have they done? This is not holy magic. It is something far darker and more perverse than any vampiric power I can attain. Because they mentioned how the Holy Lance was like trapped here in this clock tower area. And we've had this cloud with XP drain somewhere in the... was it in the manual? somewhere it mentioned how the XP drain is associated with the Holy Lance. So I take it all the golden stuff here is people from the Holy Lance then. Okay, but apart from like a weapon or two and the spell, there was nothing here. I mean, it's cool still. But I mean, all the hints that we've received so far gave us new spells. Okay, I'm hoping that was it. So I have also received the location for the other hint, which is apparently in the chasm, which is craziness. Haven't we checked the chasm? Now, this is the chasm. But that down there is how we came up here, right? I mean, we've checked this previously. You know what is crazy to me? Like, even having hints as to what to look for and even where, it's really, really hard to still find these things. How are you ever meant to find them on your own? This game more and more feels like, in order to really find everything, you're meant to cooperate with other people. Like, back in the day, when in the 90s, I remember discussing several games with other people in school, basically, where you would, you know, things like Day of the Tentacle and whatnot, that are just really absurd games, really hard to figure out everything. Or things like Sam and Max, you know, good old point and click adventure games that are just completely crazy with the most outrageous kind of interactions. And so you discuss these kinds of things with people that you know and that play the same games, which makes it a cool community effort. And I guess the Kingsfield games probably were similar in that regard for the PlayStation players, maybe. So if this game really tries to harken back to those games and the feeling that you have, it's kind of a disservice to the game to ignore that kind of intent, I guess. The problem is, it's pretty much impossible to know how you're meant to play the game unless you just ignore that kind of idea and just play whatever, however you like. I personally just don't like looking up all that much stuff. Can you leave me? What is happening? Game. Hello. Game. What's happening? I normally don't like looking up stuff in games. I like to explore them on my own. I mean, sure, that oftentimes means I don't find everything. But the things that I do find are even more satisfying, I guess. Hug the wall. Is there like a question mark somewhere? Please don't tell me there's a question mark along these. Cliff faces anywhere. Oh man. The spots that gave us the 2 remaining pieces for the limbo blade in the arena at least had some form of visual indicator that there's something going on. But here I cannot see anything. Neither above me nor below me, and we're pretty much at the top. I'm starting to believe that I must be misunderstanding something about the hints or the location. So the top of the chasm should be around here somewhere. And hugging the wall is that like a question mark door along the cliff face somewhere? And that's how you... That's what you're meant to find here? Are there question mark doors anywhere here? Because I've just checked the surface area back there for question mark doors again, and there was nothing. Am I misunderstanding and that we're not even meant to drop down, but instead of dropping down we're supposed to hug the walls? You must be kidding me. Ice tier. Okay. Is that what we were looking for? Causes ice spikes to shoot from the ground, damaging any enemy that touches it. Weaponized ice magic. Is that what we were looking for? I mean, it's a spell. So now we have a bunch of spells. Hey Clive. Have I ever told you about the Lyrian Mage Calamus? You have, but I want to hear it again. One day, a speck of moonlight liquid fell from the sky and landed on Calamus while he was walking through the garden of Lyria. This burdened him with a vision, one which he was greatly disturbed by. The Great One awakening from the depths and bringing an end to the age of magic. Calamus acted quickly and ventured across the known lands, collecting powerful, holy, and dark magic. Is that what we are doing right now? Using these, Calamus would perform a forbidden rite to enhance the poison fog that would lull the Great One back to sleep. Under the pale grey sky, he conducted the ritual and caused the great moonfall. The moon had been steadily dissolving and carving a crevasse into the earth above the Great One before, but now had flowed in a great torrent of glistening silver. While successful in his mission, this event also destroyed the once great kingdom of Lyria, and Calamus along with it. At least I think that's how it happened. My memory ain't that good. Is that what we are trying to do? Great and powerful holy and dark magic, that's what we've been collecting through these hints. But now what do we do with it? Demi? What's up? Nice of you to drop by. So hold on a second, we need some health files, right? Opalia, the Moral and Lunacid pod. Come on, let's just grab some. Heck yes. Oh wow. Let's just buy mana files because they're really cheap. What? This UI is so confusing. Suddenly mana worth 300? No. How many do we have now? 50. Okay. So what do we do now? I mean, I'm running out of hints. Should we read all the magic ones more? Maybe something strikes us by reading them. Okay, but none of this helps me. Demi? Yeah, nice of you to drop by. No, nothing. Oh, I wanted to upgrade this sword we found. Or where was it? Better arming sword. What? Does it look any different? Do we have to upgrade it again? Oh really, you can just hit the statue to upgrade your weapon? That's insane. Wait, can you do the same thing in Wing's Rest with the moon? With it? What? Did the blade just break? What's going on with this weapon? We've heard that sound previously, and not another weapon, like the blade, is shorter and broken and stuff. Damage 68. Is it gonna break again? It did. Brittle arming sword? Wait, did it always say brittle? Also, did I... Damage 18. Extremely sharp, but its condition is quite dire. No, it does say brittle arming sword. Why did I keep on reading battle arming sword? What's going on with this? Can we not actually upgrade it? Because using it too much destroys its tip, reducing the damage, but then you can come back here and like restore it? Is it like the... What was it? Not Cursed Blade. What was the other blade? Not the Poison Guard. Shadow Blade. Is this one, when you level it up, switches to the Light Blade, right? And there's no other weapon that need upgrading. Obsidian Poison Guard, that's kind of pointless because you can switch between like sword and shield. Mysterious. I mean, the flail cannot be upgraded. That's just weird. What's the point of having this weapon when it just breaks when you try to attack anything with it? Or does it only break when you attack stone with it? Does it not break when you attack flowers? Why were we collecting the spells? What are we trying to do there? Nothing in the game indicated that we are even trying to find all spells. And a lot of them were really well hidden, I want to say. I mean, I am aware that Steam would give me an achievement once I have all the spells. But I don't think I got that just yet. Let me check. Oh, it seems I did get the achievement. I just didn't see the notification pop up. Okay. So now that we do have every spell, what are we trying to do? It broke again. That's dumb. Okay, so I don't see a point in upgrading it. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know why we're trying to get all the spells. Now, Esther gotten the achievement for getting all the weapons, so I guess we're still missing weapons. But considering things like the skeleton axe and some other things were like random drops from enemies, it's possible that we're just missing random weapon drops. Maybe there's still hidden weapons somewhere in the world and they were just not included in the hints because we don't necessarily need them all? I don't know. Because I've been given the hint to kill all these snails to get the summon snail spell, right? How is that different from like getting all the weapons? Now, how do we make sense of wake up the dreamer, then wake up God, then wake up its God? What does that mean? Is there a spell that interacts with the dreamer somehow? I mean, I've tried the moonbeam. Now, we've just read through all the spells, but none of them strike me as something that we can use to like destroy the dreamer or something. Have you ever tried light reveal on that thing? Light reveal doesn't do anything. Lightning. Come on, be the communion. No, nothing. Nothing happens anywhere. I don't understand. I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Because running into the thing is just gonna give me ending A again, right? I don't know, man. At this point, I think I need to just end this episode. I'm just running out of ideas, and I think just watching this cutscene once again is gonna be a great ending to this craziness. Because I don't know how long this episode is gonna be, how much I will have to cut out. Because there's so much stuff that I did that led to nothing. I don't know. I'm just really running out of ideas, and I might in the end actually just look up more stuff because I'm out of ideas. I have everything. I don't know what I need. I don't know what I need to do. I don't know why we were collecting all the magics. I don't know. Let's just watch this thing again. What? Whoa, 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 what's happening? Game, what are you doing? Why is every input a sword swing? I don't understand. What is happening? What on earth is going on? I don't... Wait a second, the different directions are different directions of sword swings. What is happening? Am I trying to hit the things? Game, what's going on? What? Okay, so the yellow things that come at me, they damage me. Wait, is this a rhythm game? What's going on? And now what? What in the actual hell just happened? Ending E became the dreamer? Valnek? Say what? What is this place? Are we trying to go anywhere? Can we go anywhere? Why did I get an achievement and can still do gameplay stuff? I mean, specifically an achievement for an ending? And still do gameplay stuff? Like, what? I don't understand. I'm not even sure I fully understood what we just did there with the dreamer. At some point I was trying to hit the yellow things that were damaging us in the direction that they came from, but I never quite got a good feedback for when I managed to like deflect them or when I didn't. Where are we going? What are we trying to do here? What is this place? Where are we trying to go? Or are we trying to stand still for 20 seconds? Because of course we're trying to do that. What's that? Who are you? Hello? Why are you fighting? Imperfect Valnek. What? Is there another one? Hold on, I need light reveal. What's going on? Why are there so many? Imperfect Valnek. I don't see anything happening. I've been running around for a while destroying these things and nothing seems to happen. So, for now I take this as just the end of the game, which is insane because it doesn't feel like an ending at all. So I guess I just quit to the menu? Are there more of these things spawning? Man, I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm wasting time just running around here, not just accomplishing anything. I think it's time for us to go back to the main menu. Man, I don't know what to make of this ending, assuming it was an ending. Man, this game is wild and crazy. It wasn't too hard to get ending A. But my goodness, some of the hidden locations, like how to even get into this clock tower. That was insane. Like standing in the grave of the dreamer and just looking at a puddle of water for a couple of seconds, but you have to stand in the correct position and look in the correct direction because otherwise it doesn't trigger. What? I mean, some of those things are insanely obtuse. Why, game? Why do you do that? I mean, if there's secrets to be found, like the sacred, what was it? Blessed Wind, the weapon. That was amazing. That was great. Give me a lore text that gives some flavor for stuff that's happening and that gives an indicator for this. There's something to be had here. The list of Abdul's rituals was in and of itself, like, the idea was amazing. Having like a list of things to try was great. Why can you only do 3 out of 9? Like, trying any of the other 6 is going to be a waste of time. Game, why do you do that? If you want players to be able to do this without just looking everything up, please provide more help and hints and stuff. Like, what exactly was the condition for us to find that final encounter with the Dreamer? Was there anything we were meant to do in this gray amorphous place with the incomplete Valnyx? Or imperfect Valnyx? I have no idea. This game is both amazing and infuriating, and I love it. It's insane. Man, without the additional help, I never would have found all that stuff. The problem is, it's incredibly hard for me to judge when things are needlessly obtuse and when can I actually figure stuff out. And so just allowing backseating and hints and tips and tricks and all that kind of stuff for a game like this feels counterproductive, because comments and, oh yeah, by the way, there's like, you missed a question mark door somewhere, can feel very spoilery and like spoiling all the fun when like playing the game turns just into a list of things to check off. I don't like that. I prefer exploring a game on my own. But this was honestly, the last couple of things were needlessly obtuse. Wow. I'd be happy to hear from you guys. If you were able to find most of the secrets in the game, did you have to look up everything? Did you have to look up a handful of things? If so, what? I'm just so curious. And then there's a prequel to this game? And they've announced the DLC, right? Man, what a journey. In any case, this episode has probably gone on for way too long. I thank you all for watching, and I hope I will see you on another journey sometime.